Welcome back to today's episode of the Social Christian Podcast. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Social Christian Podcast. I'm your host, Dora. So, how are we doing? Honestly, how is everything going? I don't know if you can hear from my voice. I'm very excited to be here. I'm super excited to, record this episode. Mainly because I don't know, interesting things have been happening to me and for me this year. And I think if you listen to any of our episode for this year, I've been saying it like so many times, countless times, that God has been good, God has been great. And I think the number of times I say it is how you know. And honestly, I'm so grateful to God for being able to put me in this space where I'm able to fully rely on him and not feel the anxiety and stress that I used to feel previously. So yes, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. And for those of us who are still going through it, listen to me. All I have to say to you is just find rest in God and you'll be surprised how much peace and calmness you receive. It's not as if maybe the situations would change like immediately, but sometimes having peace gives you a clear head to be able to do that which you need to do to change the situation. And let's think about it. Anxiety or worry did not do any good for any of us. It doesn't solve the problem either. So why not have faith? Why not have hope? Why not have trust in God and feel peace? At least you feel better about yourself, right? Yes. So like I said, I've been super excited about this year. Grave things happening to me. And one of the reasons why I'm even recording this episode is because I recently discovered something about my life, and it is the inspiration for today's episode. Right, today's episode, this is the inspiration. So for a very long time I have been struggling to find out what I want to do in terms of career path. And it's not as if I feel like, oh, I did not matter or I wasn't meant for great things. I am someone who really believe that yes, I am meant for great things. Yes, I cannot be ordinary, and I always want to be in the best spaces in this world. I don't want to like be part of a room and then other people are moving forward and I'm just there and like nobody knows my name. No, that's not the type of life I envision for myself. I envision myself being like a very, very, very great name, right? So for a very long time, I've been struggling as to what I want to do. And usually, almost everybody in my circle is saying, oh, Dora, do law, do this, do that, right? Mainly because I'm good at it. Apparently, I'm good at argument. I don't know how they think I'm good at argument. I don't think anybody can be good at argument. But anyway, they said I'm good with debate, and I don't doubt them because I've been part of debating teams, right? So when I was in primary school, through my junior high, through my secondary school, I was part of a debate team, and I was always part of the people going for the competition. So yes, that's like part of my background. And even when I got to uni, I was trying to, you know, find that type of passion again. So I joined the debating club, and because of scheduling I couldn't go. But yes, I do love debates, right? I love debate. And also another thing about me is I also don't like injustice. So like if I'm around a place and someone is trying to cheat one, I'll be the first person to, jump in, even though it's none of my business. I don't know why I'm not able to mind my business in that regard. But like once you're being unfair, once you're being mean, once you're not doing things right, I would jump in to tell you that no, this is not the right thing to do. Like, and I'll fight for the person as if the person is like me personally. So yeah, so I understood that people really saw the potential for me to be a lawyer, right? And I believe them because, like, yeah, I'm good at it. And one of the reasons, so even me, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to read law. And so uni, I read political science with the hope of, reading law, like furthering my course or furthering my studies and, reading law and becoming a lawyer. But for the longest time in the uni, I always wondered if this was really something that I really wanted to do, if it is something that I wanted to put my heart in or I have passion for, if it is not, or it was just one of those things where everybody says you're going to be good at it, so like you're going to like just do it anyways. And it's not as if I would fail, because one thing about me is I think most of my anxiety comes from like failure. I don't like to fail. I'm my biggest and worst critic. I like if something bad happens and I am I made a mistake, I will be very hard on myself. So I don't like to fail. So that's how I know, like, yes, if I'm doing the law, I'm going to be great at it. Because like I'll put in a 210 like work to make sure that yes, I succeed at it. That's basically me. I don't like to like be wrong or do anything wrong. I think I'm too much of a perfectionist. That's my problem. And I've been trying to work on that, and then like I'm learning to understand that yes, sometimes mistakes are good, right? However, I was wondering, really wondering if it was going to be the best choice for me if I'm just going to do it for doing sake. Again, it's law. I'll make good money, blah blah blah. But again, was it a matter of passion or like, yeah, let's go with the wind? So for the longest time, that has been my worry, and I've been struggling with it. And I see like a few of my friends, not even a few, almost all of my friends knowing exactly what they want to do. And I was wondering, how are these people figuring it out? So like, how do you know that yes, this is where I want to go? Because like I could not really like place it. I knew yes, I can do the law, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm crazy about it. And then there was even this time where I was introduced, right, to Amnesty International. I think I met one person. The person invited me to their meetings. I went, I answered a few questions, raised a few concerns during the meetings, because it is usually an open forum, right? I say some things, and then a few of the leaders are like, yo, this thing that you're doing is a good thing. We think you should be an activist. Like, it's something you can do, right? So, yes, I have like, even I have records that says yes, I'm good at what I'm doing. And even sometimes when I sit in taxis and I'm trying to explain certain things to my taxi drivers or like even my Uber drivers, most of them ask me if I'm reading law. Like, that's the first thing they ask me. Yeah, are you reading law? So yes, for the longest time that has been my worry. And I was always wondering if people have that um problem too. So until recently, this year actually, again, 2024 has been a very good year to me, and it's continuing to be a good year to me, and I'm grateful to God for that. Um until this year, right? The early on this year, I was talking to a very important person in my life, and we're discussing um someone's career, right? So I was asking him something. Actually, he asked me to do something for him, and I was asking him follow-up questions. And he was telling me, oh, like the person I'm doing this for is has a friend who is an event planner. Not event planner, like someone who is a project manager. And so like when he said that, if for some reason it resonated with me. And mind you, I've been hearing PM, like project management all over the place, but then never like once did it ever occur to me that, oh, that is something that I might be willing to do. So the moment he says it really hit me, and I'm like, let me just go read on the course. Let me just read, right? So I am moved again, which is very rare. Like I'm hardly like moved to do anything that like is not remotely in my goals. So if I would listen to you and everything, but if it doesn't spark my interest, I'm not doing it. That's me. So once he said that, it hits me like, that's something I should actually consider, like, researching on. So I go on Google, search what they do, and I'm like, as the more I read, I'm like, oh, this is me. The more I'm finding myself in the job, right? And I'm like, damn, how did I miss it for so long? Like, how did I miss this career part for so long? Because mind you, I've heard it so many times, but I've never for once been moved to actually go check it out. That's another thing. And secondly, too, with the law, I knew yes, I was going to read law, or I wanted to read law. But how I also knew there was a form of hesitation on my part was because when I was going to uni, right, when I was entering uni, like law students, you write a law entrance exams, right? There's an exam you write before they even admit you into the law school, basically. Now, tell me why me, as meticulous as I am, saying that I want to do a course, just buy the forms. I don't even check whether I need to write any exams or anything. And like, it was not news that there's entrance exams everywhere for law. Like, you even see banners on walls by the roadside talking about classes for law entrance exams. And I know that, yes, if I had gone, I would have nailed it, because again, because I don't like to fail and it would worry me the most, I would put in 110% to make sure that I don't fail, right? I will make sure I come out on top. So tell me why me knowing all of these things, it never once occurred to me that yes, I need to check the dates, I need to go to the site, do all my like the research I need to do for the course I'm going to do, and see when I have to write my exams and everything. So there was a high level of negligence on my part when it came to the law. Like I really didn't care at all about it. I just left it for the person that bought the forms and did the registration. I'm like, do that, whatever I know is I just want to go. And when I didn't get it, I was not so bummed up. Usually I would have been bummed up, like, oh damn, I really wanted this so much. So that's how come I knew that maybe this is not something that I'm really like gunning for or something I'm really into. But then for this particular one, I do all of the extensive research. I look out for schools that like best align with what I am looking for, that will give me every single thing that I'm looking for. And I'm like, yes, this is me. So for this today's episode, my question really is, how do as young people, how are we able to figure out like what we really want to do? Like, or we are just coasting. I believe that a few people, like a few lucky ones, and I say lucky like very like heavily, like I think people are really lucky to be able to know what they want to do since they grow up, right? Like people just know that, oh, they want to be this person. But I think for most of us, it really comes very, very, very late. And I don't know if late is the right word, but like it takes time for us to figure it out. And so I'm asking you, for someone, if you are someone like me in my case, where I had to complete 4 years of uni before realizing that, oh, that's like none of the things that I studied is what I want to do. I want to do this, right? How do you go through it? Because mind you, in Africa, for example, if they are paying school fees once, they don't intend to pay again, unless of course you are a DD with an understanding parent. But if you are not that type of like person, know for a fact that you are dead. And for me, that was raised in like a single home. Like think about it. Like my mom was like, yeah, finish school, find a job, and if you later on, if you're ready to, you know, advance your education, I would like show up halfway and then you pay the rest. So like imagine, I mean, and I still consider myself lucky to be able to have that. But some people throughout school, because I knew people in uni that were taking care of their own school fees. They had to work to pay their own school fees. They had to work to pay their own feeding. And imagine such a person just does any type of course, and later on they find out, this is not what I want to do. How are we going to navigate that? And my question also is, do we think that the system actually allows us to like figure out what we want to do here, or like it doesn't? Like, do we think so? I don't know, because I'm wondering, um, why I never had anybody point it out to me if like I would fit this career. I think my entire life, there's just one person that said to me, "Oh, I don't think an office work is for you," because according to him, he's saying that like he knows that yes, I'm good and I would thrive at the office, but to him, he said it is a waste of talent in the sense that I am also very good at the field. Like I would pull projects together and I'll make sure that it is done and done right. So he's like, oh, that's a waste of talent. If I sit in the office and I'm just doing the same things all over and over again, like people will not get to see my creative and my management skills. So he was saying, oh, this is actually like a waste of talent. If you actually do the 9 to 5, you sit in one office, you're doing one thing all over again, right? And again, this is why project management actually makes sense, because like it's like both of like the best of both worlds. And I was even telling him that I actually do enjoy working. So when we had that conversation, I said to him, oh, I enjoy working, and mind you, I have been working at the offices before, right? I have done that, and trust me, I was fulfilled. I love moving up and down. I love waking up early. I love like just being at the office, that stability, because I'm also someone that likes stability. I like to have a routine. I like to make sure that, oh, this is what we are doing, this is the plan, and then the plan has been done. So like yes, I love that. I really love that part of life. So I enjoyed that bit of like the 9 to 5. It was amazing to me. When people were complaining that, oh yeah, this is stressful, I don't like my boss. I'm like, I just love like not being at home and like just moving and doing something with my life basically and feeling useful. So yes, I know for a fact that yes, I would thrive in such grounds. But at the same time, so I can see where he's coming from, in the sense that when I am um handling new projects, because I'm also someone who has a very fickle interest. Like it's hard for one thing to hold my interest for a very long time. So for example, let's say if I wanted this shoe and I wanted this so much and I get the shoe, once I get it in the next 1 week, I'm over it. I want to get another thing, right? That's just me. That's how I'm wired. Or like we are doing this project, I'm ready for us to finish and like do the when we do the project, I'm finished. I'm ready for us to finish and move to the next one. That's me. Like I really like to do new things, try new things, be exposed to new things. Like it makes me really happy to do anything new, basically. Yes, I'm just that's such a person. So when the person said that, it made sense, it resonated with me. And yes, that's why I wanted to talk about this today. I'm wondering how we are navigating through it, how you figure it out. Do you think that we should incorporate career guidance and counseling in all levels of education? I'm talking about junior high through senior high through uni. I think for uni you have that, but like it's not like a big thing where you would be pushed to go. For example, I know Legon had it, right? But I've never stepped there. That's the thing. I've never been moved to go there, right? Because it's not like such a big deal. I don't think their presence is huge, in my opinion. Again, I might be wrong, right? So yes, what do you think? How are we able to navigate it? And for those of you that found out late that this is what you want to do, what's the plan? Are you excited? Are you sad? Because I, for one, I'm excited. Like I'm just so excited to have a dream again. And I'm not saying that the law I won't do it again. I promise. I feel like maybe when I'm after this, I probably would want to do it because I still have interest in that. But like this really makes sense to me. So yes, how are you navigating your career path? How did you choose that? How did you arrive at it? Sorry. How do you know that this is what you are meant to do? Right? Because even for me, right, there was this one time where I went for service, and then the man of God was saying a prophecy, right? And what had happened was he prophesied to me. I was called out and I was told, yes, like music is my thing. I'm going to like make it big with music. And it wasn't a lie because I write songs. I love songs. I love music. My entire like childhood was around music. It was it involved music and dancing. Really, I would dance everywhere, shout everywhere, jump everywhere, like listen to new albums. Those times when we were home, Rita, myself, they would S&M, they will have the Shakira album, they'll have the Beyonce album, they'll have the Rihanna album, the Sean Paul album. We play in the house the entire time and everybody's dancing and playing. That's my childhood. Love the songs, love the dancing. Even in the church, I was leader of choreography as short as I am. So like that's my whole life basically, and I love songs a lot and I write music too, so it makes sense. But again, like reading the project management, reading on project management really brought me to a point where I found myself in the course and it really makes sense. So yes, how are we navigating through that? And until then, please subscribe to our channel. Let's hear from you. Let's get the conversation going. I believe that it's best for us to hear from ourselves. Let's get the conversation going. Let me hear from your comments at the comment section. I'll be replying comments on all of our platforms. We'll be replying the comments, we'll be reading through. So let's engage and subscribe, yes, to the Social Christian Podcast. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. And do have a lovely day. Bye.